mom had to go to the doctor today to check out some stuff that doesn't look good. I'm gonna call her right now. I just missed her call. But my mom had breast cancer a year and a half ago now, 2 years ago now. I already lost track of this. Anyway, so there's some bad news recently on some scan. Okay. Okay, well that's great. Yeah, okay. We'll go out tonight, celebrate or something. All right, love you too. Bye. It's all good. It's nothing, it sounds like. That's a huge fucking relief. Things are okay. It's pretty crazy about the Super Bowl. That was a pretty crazy comeback from the Patriots. Not even a real Patriots fan exactly, but I think that was kind of fun to watch. And so for today's topic, let's talk about teams. This is a timely story, I think, for the fact that the Super Bowl was just yesterday, but we were huge 85 Bears fans. My family celebrated the Super Bowl, made some giant bet with my uncle that we were gonna beat the Patriots back and that those 85 Bears. The next season though, wasn't as good. Jim McMahon, our quarterback, got hurt that year in a game against the Green Bay Packers. I remember the Green Bay Packers, one of the defensive players, it was like a late hit. He grabbed Jim McMahon, picked him off the ground, and just threw him on the ground on his shoulder. And ended up injuring his shoulder, taking him out the rest of the season. He never came back as good. I remember since then, I've had this feeling like the Green Bay Packers are always dirty. Kid, but I still kind of feel like I still say that they're dirty today. And then I did some research on the 85 Bears and why they were so good. Their whole defense was kind of based on the philosophy that they were going to hurt the quarterback and hurt the other players. So much so that you would be afraid, right? They wanted to put a fear inside the quarterback that if a guy was going to get to him, that guy was going to hurt them. The Bears did everything they could to make sure people were afraid. One of their best players, this was back I think in '84, one of the players, they would spear so that they would try to inflict bodily harm on the other players during a tackle that was legal at that point, not legal today because it's kind of a dirty move. But we never talked about the Bears being dirty. It's always the Packers that were dirty. And you don't have to just take my word for it. There's actually study after study after study that shows that we behave differently when we're in a group to the people that are outside the group. When a leader in our group makes a transgression, we are quicker to ignore it. We're quicker to forgive it. But when a leader in the other group that we're not part of commits the same violation, we don't forgive it. We're not as quick to ignore it. Instead, we see very different things. Sadly, I think about that a lot during things like election seasons and in our political climate, where I think we disagree with each other quite a bit simply just because we choose to be in one group versus the other. And so this phenomenon is called the in-group, out-group bias. And it's causes us problems in sports. And that's a trivial example, but it causes us problems in things like politics.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday?
Yes, happy birthday.
Awesome! It says to Daddy, be my Valentine. I will be your Valentine.
Happy birthday.
Oh, nice.
You. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
Woohoo!
I don't know.
This is great. It's not my birthday.
I can try.
I try as hard as I can to keep the whole in-group, out-group bias in my mind when I'm dealing with things like politics and decisions about things that I feel like I'm starting to become accustomed to thinking like a certain group. Maybe it's even a business decision or something I feel like I'm starting to affiliate myself with with a group as opposed to something I'm kind of maybe deciding on kind of individually. because that bias is real and it's dangerous. I'd like to be able to avoid it as much as possible. I wish more of us could avoid it. In sports, it's nothing. It's not a big deal, but in the rest of our lives, it kind of hurts.